37, Sandy. Thank you for keeping count. It's really not that many days. That's going to fly by. I know, Pen. That's going to fly. Good morning, everybody. Tomorrow morning we'll be raffling that. Of course, Sandy, you got it. I'll have the guest room here ready at the lab. And then you guys can help clean too. Wah, wah, wah. It's actually pretty clean. Good morning, everybody. You guys ready to see another list? Give me 44 people here, 16 likes. If I can get up to 30 likes, I'm going to show you guys another list. Big Al, you're always hopeful, big guy. Yeah, Sandy, there's no real cleaning. Pre-cooking or whatever. We'll go to Costco. Okay, I've had 26 likes. Give me 4 more, and I'm going to show you guys another list. I'm having to raffle off likes now. Speaking of likes, wait till you guys hear the rando factos today. There's one you're not going to believe about likes. Because we're doing technology rando factos this week, remember? Oh, there's one. There it is. Okay, I'm at 30. Good job. Next list. I love my friends. Next list. Ricimoto. Right? We're doing the old Ricimoto. Right? There was an old guy named Rush Limbaugh used to do this in the microphone. It used to make me mad. Now I know why he did it. It's fun. Okay. This list right here, Niffer Mama put it together for us. So far, the people that got a hold of her and let her know that they're on the Ricimoto program. Betty. Okay. Oh, I'm not loving the guy either, Tree Stump, but I do like if you were behind the microphone, you'd understand. I didn't either. I promise. Okay. Here we go. That's the list. See the numbers next to it? See those numbers next to each person's name? Do you see that? I put a number next to each person's name. Hey, if you're doing the Ricimoto project with us and you haven't reached out and let Niffer Mama know and you don't see your name on this list, please let her know so we can add you. Okay? You have to officially be added to the official list by officially Niffer Mama. Okay? But right now we have 19 people. Good jar. What a good jar you are. Oh, now what? We have lists everywhere. What are we going to do now? Hold on. Excuse me. Excuse me. Okay. Here we go. We have a list of Ricimotos. Wes, it's very close, my friend. There's angelic tongues and demonic tongues, is there not? Okay, I think. How many people's names were on that list? Real quick. Who remembers? How many people's names were on the list? How many people are on the list? Woody K's right, it's 19. So we have a random generator situational number situational here. Okay? Number 1 through number 19. Number 1 through number 19. We're going to generate a number. It will correspond with one of the assigned numbers. Who gets it so far? Nerdy's keeping track. Good job. If you're a Raisamoto project person, let's remember your numbers. Okay, we're at 1 through 19. Here we go. Number 18. Number 18. Excuse me. That would be Melissa G. That would be Melissa G. Now you guys are all saying, okay, so what? So what? What? What about Melissa G? Simply this. Simply this. Melissa G. Here we go. I'm putting a note next to you. Fly away. Okay, I'm putting a note next to your name. And it's asking you to send me a picture just of your current jars. Just nothing big. You don't have to do any kind of, just boop. Send it to Pops with your address. And you will get back what I'm going to send you is a 2-gram fruit of ghost, and this is about a half a gram of psyllium extract. So I'm going to trade you this for a picture of your Raisamoto project as is right now. And every day I'm going to pick a new farmer. Maybe I'll pick 2 a day, I don't know. And eventually, so if you're on the list and you win, be prepared. I know, Jesus Christ, I'm a little upset with the hairdo this morning. Let me go. I'll just stand here like this and talk to you guys. Okay? If you're on this list, be prepared if you win that you have to be able to send us a picture. Does that sound fair? Give me 5 people that said that sounds fair. And it's not even that we're questioning it. We're going to put together a catalog afterwards. Not a catalog, but a little thing to download and show pictures from all of you. Okay, some of you have already sent me pictures, and I know that you're farming away. I mean, well, I'm calling it a farm thing, but it's not. You're projecting away. I haven't seen any difference in mine, but it hasn't even been a week yet. Okay? So, if you're in the Raisamoto, why am I pushing this? I think it's wonderful that we have something. Research. It's a research project, eggs. I think it's wonderful that we have things that we can, to the best of our ability, use the platform that a lot of people are using for maybe not so good. If we can stretch it and use it and people are at home. Did you guys see that one cute email or it was a text from Summer Wheat last week? My daughters are so excited. If you were a 7-year-old kid and your mom or dad is getting ready to do a project like this and you got them involved, how fun would that be for the kid at home? He can't wait. She can't wait to go yell at the jar. You know what I mean? You probably, no, honey, you can't. No, only 2 times a day. You don't go over there and say mean things to the jar every hour on the hour. Maybe, I don't know, do you limit how often the kid can yell at the jar? Is the average kid going to the bad jar and yelling at it, or is he going to the good jar and praising it? We can almost do a research project on our kids by doing the Ricimoto project. What? Once after school and once before. That's it, nerd. Okay. Tells on her big brother to the naughty jar. What? Yeah, I'm a rice bully, Woody. Oh, what do you do now that we're thinking about? See, we're all looking at this very adult, right? We're all, what we're gonna do, and a rice bully. That is a good one. Well, but aren't you also a rice lover? And then at the same time, you're pretty much a rice ignorer. So you gotta be. You can start finding out a lot about your kids. You could, you notice that Billy is always the bully. And Angelina, she's always over there praising the one good, so the good jar. Angelina never wants to go talk to the bad jar. It's Angelina. Okay, so I'm not trying to get carried away. I didn't mean to all morning on Ricimoto, but Ricimoto. Am I right? Am I rice? Wes, the middle jar, that's my growing up childhood. That's why I was a mess. I think I was the middle jar. I never thought of that. You know what I mean? You got the middle child syndrome. I was number 3 out of 6. You're scratching in the wrong direction for attention. I'm moving towards the bad jar, because it gets more attention. Wow, we're starting to get very psychoanalytical about this program. Okay. All right. That's good stuff. That's why we do research. Am I right, Higgs? How would we find this stuff out? Deb agrees with Wes Smokey. She says, the middle jar. Actually, at the end of the day, he's going to have all the issues. Never even thought of that. We're all focused on bad jar, good jar. Middle jar sitting in there going, I am the serial killer. Middle jar's writing a manifesto. Okay, stop. That's not funny. Okay. Maybe it is, but it's just to me. How about this? CCS gets it. We got to get some rando factos done before it's too late. I told you guys, 71 people, 44 likes. Is a like? Is a like close to, right, Melissa? You got me cracking up. Melissa, that's right. Something down. Oh, Melissa's going to send me a picture. That's right. Okay, Mom. Rando Facto, give me 10 people that want to hear some Rando Factos for about the next 10 minutes. Then we're going to talk about slants, which is basically my hairstyle today. Slant. I think I wore it on purpose. Okay? So we'll talk about slants, and then we'll take a different angle so you don't have to stare at the slant. And I have a neat reading for today. It's going to sum up a bunch of stuffs. Okay? But in the meantime, what is going on with this slant? All right, it's a whole new style, right? Let me ask you a question then, now that we're doing Rando Factos. And we're in technology randos this week. Lakita, good morning. We're doing, is a like close to a hug? Are they the same thing? Brian wants to get a slant. Brian, we all walk into Mush Fest having a slant. It's not the haircut. It's just I didn't comb it good. I don't know. I have a cowlick. A cowlick. Is a like the same as a hug? Pretty close. Good thing. Thank you, Deborah. Are they close? I'm getting ready to go get a hat. I swear to gosh, I can't handle it any longer. They're close, I would have to say. Sometimes a like just means like, but then also you mean, you know what, I just want to, that's a like. See, right? Sometimes. SSW is going, it's just simple. A hug is physical. A like is, boop. Okay? Canon says there are equivalencies. I really don't know. I do know. Isn't one of Brock's sayings, give a hug, get a hug? I always like that. Give a hug, get a hug. Ah, duh. If you're giving one, you're getting one. Even if you didn't mean it. Even if they didn't mean it. You know, sometimes. You sneak a hug out of them. You're giving one, boom, you're getting one. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of a good one. Could be creepy. I'm getting a hug one way or the other. No, it's never meant that way. No, don't. How about to give a hug, get a hug? That's it. It's actually a good saying. Especially if you can always be like, every time that's your saying. That's a pretty good one. How about this? I'm going to tell you guys about this thing, and you guys know I always ask for likes here, right? I need a pledge before I tell you this rando facto. I need a pledge from all my crew here, the whole crew. You all have to pledge. We, repeat after me, to yourself. You don't have to say it out loud or anything. Slant. Repeat after me. We will not buy Pops this item. Pledge. We will not. And you have to mean it. And I'm asking you to really mean it, because I don't want this item. As much as you're going to say I do as soon as I read it, as much as you think I'm like not telling you the truth, I'm asking for your pledge, pre-pledge. We will not pool our resources together and buy Pops this item. Nor will I buy it singularly for him, because I'll end up with 12. Nobody will buy Pops this item. Okay? Pledging. All right. There's a jacket out there. It's a jacket. You link it to your Facebook account. Every time you get a like, your jacket hugs you. What the hell are we talking about? It's a like a hug jacket. It's called a like a hug. Like a hug. It gives you a hug whenever your friend clicks the like button on one of your posts. I'm not laughing. Are you kidding me? Do they make it in underwear? You're creepy, Sandy. Like a hug jacket gives you a hug whenever a friend clicks the like button on one of your Facebook posts. This is when virtual reality has gone too far. This is when things have gone over the top, beyond the mountain, into a valley, and they're like drowning somewhere, and I don't know. Whew. So remember the pledge. Remember the pledge. Sandy, what was the pledge? That you guys will not buy me a hug jacket. And we did not pledge. We did not. I know I lost. You might get crushed every 3 minutes. Oh, no, oh, ah, oh. Like, who wants to post something good? That's right, Sandy. But there was nobody pledged. There's nobody pledged that you wouldn't get Sandy like a hug undies. Okay, moving on. How about this? Did you guys ever think of this? Did you ever think of this? I never did until I was rando factoing. I'm like all into rando factos. There are over 1 billion people on Facebook. We could say Instagram too. And over, this is going to be crazy. Think about this. And over 10,000 die per day. I forgot about that. I totally forgot. What's going to happen to your post when you're like, boop? How much of the servers and stuff for those streaming places for these sites? How many have dead people in their graveyard? What do they do with it? What do they do with your account? They just stay up forever, Billy D? I see dead people cleaning. See, whoever thought of this? I'm honestly asking you guys, I'm sharing with you guys a little bit of, what? Like history ones, I'm like, oh yeah, I can tell you all about it. This technology one stuff is getting me. They hold it till you come back, Jesus says, and he knows. He held it for 3 full days for that guy. Matthew's selling it to Truth Media. No, he counts his numbers up. I'm not trying to be morbid. I truly am not. But 10 million, what was the number again? 10,000 people die per day. That's like 10,000 accounts. Boop. What do you need them for? I mean, except maybe your relatives go back and stare at them and stuff. Friends. Deborah's saying 14 years her mom's access. Okay. Large databases. By the year 2065, based off of the mathematics, there will be more dead people's accounts than live people accounts online. Because they do hold them, like she's saying. 2065, there'll be more dead people's accounts online than live people's. Never thought of that before. You want to get rich? Create Minecraft. That game Minecraft. I've never played it, but I've seen people play it. They get pretty into it. Yeah, SSW, that's what they said. It's going to be a digital graveyard. They're going to call that a digital graveyard in 2065 when they reach the tipping point of more dead accounts than live accounts. Digital graveyard. You wanna get really rich? Create Minecraft or a game like it. In 2014, Marcus Persson sold Minecraft for $2.5 billion. That was with the B. Billion. $2.5 billion. In the pocket. $2.5 billion. This is going to be a question. This is going to be a contest question. Contest question. You ready? You have to pledge no, you're not going to look it up. You're not going to look this one up. No Google. No Google, no Google, no Google. You have to look deep inside yourself and know that you're not going to Google this and then try to answer. Okay? Who holds the world record for the fastest person from when they started their account to reaching 1 million followers? Go. Fastest to 1 million followers. Go. I'm looking at the answers on here. I don't know who Mr. Beast is. Maybe that's a new thing and I'm like off. I don't know who Mr. Beast is, but they have an answer here. I'm going to just go with the answer here, even though it might be a little older. I probably shouldn't have answered this one. You know what? I'm not going to do this as a quiz because I might be late on the information. I might be old on my information, to be honest with you. Now that, because I don't even know who Mr. Beast is, and he probably is the right answer. Who's Mr. Beast? The answer is Pope Francis. Per this, Pope Francis. Pope Francis broke a record by hitting 1 million followers in 12 hours. Now I'm like, maybe this is a little bit old. I have to be careful. Pope Francis. They posted a photo of him kneeling in a prayer with an accompanying message that said, "Pray for me," in 9 languages. 1 million followers in 12 hours. I don't know who the Beast is. So and this information's coming from a slightly older resource, I think. But I'll tell you, according to this, who was it right before the Pope? Who was it before the Pope? David Beckham. We forget about him already. You know what I mean? David Beckham, remember how popular he was for a while? He was like the it. David Beckham, it took him 24 hours to get to 1 million. SSW is like, who? Right? Isn't that funny if you think about it? I mean, I'm sure he's making billions of dollars, but remember when David Beckham was like, I haven't thought about David Beckham since the last soccer, I don't know, soccer guy. Sorry about that one. I'll do a new contest in a little bit, but I had to pull that one back because I don't think I had that timely information. Okay, it's Streety, but he's so dreamy. Was he? I never thought he was. Streety, I think you're more dreamy. Streety, you're hot. You're hotter than David Beckham. I love Streety. He knows I give him a hard time because all of my girlfriends think he's really hot. How about this one? How about this guy? How about this guy? You're 5 years old. You're 5. Microsoft IT has an exam. You're 5 and you can pass it. Herbie's like, and he has a nice personality. Of course he does. Ayan Qureshi is a child genius who passed Microsoft's IT exam. Excuse me. Who passed Microsoft's IT exam at the age of 5. 5. Making him the youngest computer specialist in the world. That's insane. Wait, there was another one. I want to just read to you guys. This is a good one. 5 years old. I wonder if he has to Google his answers. I'm just asking. Can playing World of Warcraft kill you? Can playing the game itself kill you? Can it? In 2005, it did. Oh, young lady in China. Young Chinese woman. 2005. She's getting a little carried away with her World of Warcraft. She played it for 3 days straight. Her name was Snowy, a Chinese avid computer gamer. She died of fatigue in 2005. Dropped dead. Warcraft. A service was held for her in a virtual cathedral inside the game. Over 100 gamers visited her. That's not very many. In fact, she holds the Guinness World Record for the most people at a virtual funeral. Wait a minute. First of all, I want it to be more than 100. I don't know how hard it is to get into the cathedral I don't know what the deal was to get into the, but if you're into the game, there got to be more than 100 snowy people that would show up. I mean, especially if the world's record. And since then, there isn't anybody, no rainies, no thunderies, nobody else. No, this is it. That's as far as, or what happened? They closed the cathedral. They said, oh, I don't understand. I truly don't. You would think I'm all the way up to, okay, we're going to put her in the virtual cathedral. I wonder if you wore your like a hug jacket there, what would happen to the virtual funeral? That's bad, Pops. Stop it. I have another one I'm looking for. I'm trying to find to tell you guys. This is crazy. Where is it? Wait. There it is. Okay. In 2004, Google anonymously posted math equations on billboards in Harvard Square and Silicon Valley. Rando. Equation. Smart area Harvard, smart area Silicon Valley. Those who solved them were led to a website with another equation. If you solved that equation, you were then asked to send in your resume to the company. Pre-screening. And final one. A lot of you already knew this. But it's still, it's pretty crazy. Apple Computer was actually founded by 3 people, not 2. And it's usually believed, Ronald Wayne was actually the 3rd co-founder. Along with who is it? Jobs and Wozniak? Who did Apple? Jobs and Wozniak? Help me out. But then there's a Ronald Wayne. Ronald Wayne was the 3rd co-founder. Shortly after the company's creation, he decided to pull out. I'm out of here. He sold his percentage of 10% to those guys. Okay? On April 12th, 1976, he sold his 10% to his friends. I'm out. I help you guys get this thing. I can't. In 1976, for $800. $800 in 1976. That steak today would be worth, and that's as of this one here, it's going to be worth more, is worth $63 billion. Wow. 800. Oh my gosh. $63 billion. I have a lot more rando stuff to talk about, but we're going to get to, let's talk about slants some today. I'm really enjoying, I'm learning a lot from my rando facto stuff. It sounds like it's not super current though. Who's the Beast? Seriously, real quick, who's Mr. Beast? Is that a wrestler? Sounds like a wrestler. Should I look it up? Who the heck is Mr. Beast? What is he? He's a YouTuber. So he's an influencer guy. He's on YouTube. He's a philanthropist who is very wealthy, and he gives away his money. I like the guy already. I'm going to go be a follower. He gives away. Oh, is that the guy that walks around with a microphone and he? I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. Free, I've never heard of this Mr. Beast. Okay? Good for him if he's doing good work. Seriously, there's no hate. Chad Mayhew says, just look him up, Pops. I will. He does giveaways too. I'm not going to compete with the Beast. He's got 250 million followers. I have pretty good amount. We have. We. All the way home. What is a slant? This one's going to look a little powdery because I actually was holding some mushroom grind in it. But this is a typical slant. If you ordered them online right now, nowadays, this is what you'd get. God, Israel, that's very kind of you. We're going to talk about slants for about 10 minutes, and then I have a beautiful reading I'd like to do. Okay? Justin, that's kind of you too. This is what a typical slant looks like. Oh, one of these days, Jeez, I don't know why I'm so obsessed with my grooming today. I apologize. I sincerely do. I'm being ridiculous. I should care less. Slant. A slant holds a solid medium made from agar and various nutrients and indicators. They are useful for maintaining bacterial cultures. So we store them in two different ways. If it's filled with agar, we're going to store it like this, and there's actually a slant of the agar laying in there like that. And then if we're going to store them with a culture, with a broth culture, we'll store them like this. And it's nice because we can also see the graduations and stuff on it. Okay? But that's what it typically looks like. I have, let's see, a couple of neat pictures here to help you see it. Whoops. Okay, what just happened? Oh, I'm sorry, hold on. Okay. I liked this picture. Where on the slant of the agar, you can see the biological growths. You can also see, this is another way that you can use a slant. You can all, do the swipe in there so you can see the way it colonizes whatever that particular bacterial growth is. There's look at this one. That's a cool picture. That's a crazy laboratory going on. This is how slants are used in microbiology. And it's very easy to store them like this versus stacked discs. The other major advantage of the tube slants is they store a lot longer. The plates will dry out faster because as we know, they're basically just a lid on top of a plate and then we put a tape around it. This has more of a long-term sealing capacity when you use the slants. Couple more things here. Okay. We're going to talk about it a couple more times this week. But I haven't had a lot of experience early on. And when I was doing, early mycology here, I used slants just so I could know what the heck I was talking about. But it isn't something that I typically use at the home mycology level. This is more like biology, microbiology. But there isn't anything about it that doesn't fascinate me, and I think it's stuff that we should all know and learn, right? Microbiology is sort of our parentology, and then we specialize in the mushroom part of it, which is the mycology. Okay, what's mycos? Mycos and ology, what do those two words mean? Mycos is a Latin word for mushroom, and ology, anytime you see ology at the end of one of our words, it means the study of. Think about that. What is the Greek word? Logos, thinking, logic, right? So when you see ology at the end of words, you're talking about the study of whatever the prefix is before ology. I'll give you an example. Sociology, the study of societies, right? Anthropology, ology, anthro, talking about humans, humankind, the study of the history of humankind, etc., etc. Slants, one of the most common but least resilient methods of culture storage, comes in the form of test tubes filled with agar that have cooled at an angle. The resulting slanted agar is then inoculated in a manner similar to our plate-to-plate transfers. Media recipes can be the same as those found for our plate-to-plate recipes. Agar slants tend to dry out over time, so a wooden coffee stirring stick has been soaked overnight and can be added to each slant. Never heard of this before. This guy prefers to load tubes into a rack and going one by one. He puts in his media. Slants work well as a long-term and short-term storage operation, but many strains lose their viability in this container within a matter of months. Every 6 months or so, the culture should be brought out of storage. 6 months. I don't really store anything 6 months. But he's saying if you've got a cultures and they've been in your lab refrigerator for 6 months, take it out. And you're going to restart, take a little bit of that broth or a little bit of that culture and start a new one. After about 6 months, it's really losing its viability. 6 months is a long time, by the way. Plates, for me, don't last more than a couple months. So he talks about these being short-term. They ultimately are longer term than plates for me. Okay? Every 6 months, the culture should be brought out of storage and transferred to an agar plate. This is smart. With a different media formulation. So if you've been using a potato dextrose agar, use a malt extract agar when you do your transfer. Why? Because our mycelium has gotten used to that old food source, and you're going to introduce it a brand new. Now it's through with the ham dinners for the last 6 months. You're going to give it some turkey dinner now. So you're going to change the media that you transfer to, and it gives it a whole new reason to live. Okay? So it doesn't get bored. What do they call it when the mycelium gets bored? What do they call that? Does anybody remember? What do they call it when our media gets bored? It is called stalling, but stalling's what we do to it. Stalling's actually an action that we take. Michael Allen's right. He didn't spell it completely correctly, and I'm not picking on you. Good job. Senescence. It reaches a state of senescence. Okay, that's what the technical term is. Good job, Jolie. It reaches a state of senescence. And at that point right there, it has self-stalled. Okay? God is real. Called it borcillium. Bored-cilium. It's bored silly. It's bored silly. You can't even crack it up. So you got to give it a turkey dinner. Once the mycelium begins to grow on the new plate, take a little bit of that and transfer it back into a new slant containing that new media that you've transferred it to. Okay? At this point, place the slants in your incubation space, standing upright with their caps minimally screwed down, little airflow, not airflow, but gas express. And once the healthy mycelium starts to grow on the slant, tightens the tube lid, double wrap it with parafilm, and put it in cold storage. And it can hang out for another 6 months. So you can keep that same guy alive. Boop, every 6 months, boop, 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 just change its meal. Okay? Can you change back to potato dextrose? I would say yeah, at that point. Okay? So that's a little bit about slants. That's just a teeny bit about slants. We're going to cover some more tomorrow. I have a bunch of other information, but I also I realized we haven't done any giveaways. I tried to do a giveaway, but I messed it up because I had the wrong information. The beast got me. So let's do this one. I am going to get, where is it? I want 3 people to qualify to move forward to the next round. 3 people to qualify. Excuse me. 3 people. Hold on one second. Okay. So, normally we do numbers 1 through 50. Not right now. Pick one number. One time. You can only do one. You guys are used to flying off numbers, and that's good. This one is pick one number. One time between 1 and 20. 1. Number 1, between 1 and 20. And once you pick your number and I see that a bunch of people, I'll show you what I'm going to do. One number. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to take the first 3 people that have it right. Okay, the first 3 people. I'll show you what happened. So far, I see 1. Only one time, please. So far, I see 1 person. I did the random generator number. Okay? I did the random generator number. So far, 1 person has the number correct. If that's all the people so far that are going to participate, that's fine. We'll work with that 1 person. You can only put it in there 1 time. I'll give you about 30 more seconds to put in a number. Some of you are putting it in more than 1 time, so that won't be cool. All right? You'll give about 30 more seconds to get a number in. And that'll be it. And then I'm going to show you what the number is on the random generator. We already did it. Okay. All righty. Okay. So we're going to call it there. On my screen, Benji Jenkins is the last person I'm taking, even though Benji, I'm sorry, you weren't right. The number, I picked a number between 1 and 20 like I asked. And the number was 7. 7. 2 people on my screen said 7. Tree Stump, and Kilo both said 7. Tree Stump and Kilo both said 7. Now, Tree Stump, I'm going to make you even numbers. Tree Stump, you're even. Kilo, you're going to be odd. Okay? So you both have had a chance already this week. I'm going to put your name on a list. We're going to try to get as many people involved. So far, we have 2 people. I tried to get 3. You only gave me 2. We're going to make... We have numbers between 1 and 10 in here. That means there's 5 evens and 5 odds. Okay, here we go. See how I'm making the numbers bubble out on purpose? It's an odd number. Odd number. That means Kilo, the odd guy, is going to get moved forward to the final rounds. Okay? Are we having fun yet? Or you guys like this? Get it over with, Pops. Okay? I don't know what I would have done if there were 3 of you, but I would have done something. Okay. So now Kilo is going to... Wait. There we go. Kilo is going to pick between... Pops, you're a wreck. We're going to do this one more time. So hang in there. If you're not Kilo, you might be next time. Okay, you guys ready? Here we go. I'm setting it up. Kilo? There we go. Box number 1. Box number 2. Or let's get some free advertising to you with Pops. Box number 3. Kilo, which box would you like? Box number 1? Box number 2? Or box number 3? Two of them have zonks, and one of them has a non-zonk. Kilo went with number 1. Let's see if he'd have picked number 3, what would he have got? What would he have got if he had picked number 3? There it is again. Okay. So you didn't pick number 3. Okay? And ask yourself, would Pops really have sent that? The answer is yes. This is the zonk that keeps popping up. Okay. Kilo, I'm going to give you one chance. I'm going to give you one chance to change your mind. You can trade box number 1 for box number 2. You can change number 1 for number 2. Stick with 1 or switch to 2. Which would you like to do? He's keeping 1. Okay. Let's show him what was in number 2 had he picked it. Okay? Oh, 2 Pops packs. 2 Pops packs. Two Pops packs. That's about 4 grams worth of Ghost right there. Right? 2 Pops pack would have been number 2. He picked number 1. Let's see what's in number 1. You guys ready? Who's ready? Okay. Oh, he's getting burgers and fries. He's getting burgers and fries. Okay, not bad, Kilo. He's getting burgers and fries. Okay? Let's do this. Let's just do this because we want him happy afterwards. Let's slip a little 10-pack in there. Okay? Burger? There it is. Wait a minute. Okay? I'm seriously sending this to Kilo. All right? Off to Kilo it goes. This goes to You know, okay? So, it's not a full zonk. It was like a half a zonk. Okay? How about that? Give me 10 minutes. Give me 10 people that agree that that wasn't a full zonk. That didn't even qualify as a full zonk. That was half a zonk. Brian Clancy called it a happy meal. That's what it is. That's a happy meal. Okay. Oh my goodness, that's funny. Let us get serious for just a moment. Oh, I love you guys. You know how fun it is to laugh in the morning? It's so good. Eggs half a zonk is better than no zonk, right? I mean, no, it's better than a full zonk. Okay. A happy meal. That's stupid. Okay, here we go. Now I have to calm down and get serious. Who's ever been to like somebody's house? Who's ever been to like maybe a dinner party? Okay, that's funny right there. Okay, Brock found those gummy little things. I'm like, this is the ultimate zonk. Those little hot dogs and hamburger gummies, ultimate zonk. Who's ever been to somebody's house, like a potluck, been invited to their house for dinner, maybe family reunion, but you know, it's going to be a nice meal. Everybody's going to sit down and maybe a buffet situation, and you got your plate and you're walking along and you're putting the stuff on your plate. Who's ever been there? Who's ever been in one of those situations? Duh. We all have. We've all been invited somewhere for a meal to somewhere at someone's house, and obviously we want to be appropriate. We want to be polite. We want to, you know, not make a mess. But have you ever done that? Have you ever been the guy there and then you spilt something accidentally? Spilt something. The gravy off the side of the plate, soup sloshed out of the bowl, spaghetti sauce on the tablecloth accidentally. I'm not joking. I mean, it's not even on. It was an accident. You're like, oh, geez, I'm the guy. That's my soup stain. I'm not even klutzy, and I've done that before. Come on, after 66 years, I've done it at least once or twice somewhere. Okay? I know I have. I can't even remember when, but of course I've spilled soup somewhere. Your meatball rolled into the only vegetarian dish. Haven't had that one happen, Streety? But yeah, you're getting it. Not even your fault. The table's tilted. Okay. Bill's like, I always spill. No, Streety's is the best. Your meatball rolls into the only vegetarian dish. Rolls all around the side of it. Can we be serious? We're talking about spilling soup. This is serious business. Sassy girl from Canada, nice to see you. We're spilling soup here. Wanting to reform the world. I'm only going to spend about 6 or 7 minutes here, please. And we're doing one more giveaway. Welcome, Sassy, you guys. Wanting to reform the world without discovering one's true self is like trying to cover the world with leather to avoid the pain of walking on stones and thorns. You know, it's a lot simpler to just wear shoes. What? I never even thought of that one. You want to avoid everything, so you cover it all with leather. What if you just wore shoes? Everyone personalizes and projects. Personalizing, that's against one of our agreements, right? We don't take anything personal. Our exercise, our practice is to not take things personal. You don't even have to wrap anything else in leather because you got your own shoes on. But even though we practice it, we were programmed to take things personally originally and seek attention as a result. Everyone personalizes and projects. Personalizing is mistaking what happens in the world as having something to do with you. I told you guys a story last winter. Tree fell out of the a branch fell out of the neighbor's tree and almost hit my car. The old me had gone over and fought with the neighbor. You knew that you should have taken it. It would have been a personal issue. The new pop's just like, man, wind does that. Thank God it didn't hit the car. You can have so much anxiety and anger and rage over things that you can't control because you're taking it personal. An extreme example of personalizing is this. When a child doesn't want to do her homework, and then she learns the next day that a plane went down in Dallas, she somehow believes that she was responsible. That's an extreme example, but that happens. We do these acts, something random happens, we're responsible. Or vice versa. A more common adult version is this. When your partner comes home sullen, moody, and you immediately think it's your fault. I've been that guy. You angry at me? No, I just had a bad day. You're going to make the evening worse for the person. You will. It had nothing to do with you. That's an adult example. We're not going to help the situation by taking something personal. It had nothing to do with you. And we see it in their face. Why don't we just experience what we're going to experience when they come in? Be there for whatever it's going to be. That's not how we were trained. We were trained, Projecting is the reverse. Are you guys getting, this is good stuff, right? Give me 3 or 4 more minutes. Give me 3 or 4 more minutes. We're tying this together about not taking things personal. You know what the opposite of taking things personal is? Projecting. Whoa, we're all great projectors. Born to project. I remember the first time I heard that term. You're projecting. I'm like, ooh, that got me. They got me. I was. We do that. Projecting is the reverse. It occurs when we place the things that happen to us, we blame it on the world around us. The things that happen, we blame on the world. Often unknowingly, we attribute our fears and our frustrations to others. Rather than accept my own anger, I see you as the angry person. A generational example, watch this. We're going to give you examples. Have a good day, Justin. A generational example would be that of, I am afraid of dogs. I protect my children from dogs. And without asking how they feel, I keep them away from dogs too. Now our whole family's afraid of dogs. A subtler example of this is when someone's crying. And we say, hey, there's no need to be upset, because we're uncomfortable with that emotion. We're not worried about why they're upset. We're just uncomfortable with feeling it. When we keep asking the other person, are they okay? When it's actually us who isn't. The truth is, no one can avoid personalizing or projecting unless you're practicing the agreements. There are only those of us who are aware of it because we're practicing, and those of us who are not. I know a lot of people that aren't aware of it. Only those of us, listen, here's how I'm going to tie it all together. Let's get back to that dinner and that soup. Let's get back there for one. We're on our way back there. There are only those of us who are aware of it and those of us who are not. Only those of us who own it when it happens. When we see ourselves projecting and we own it. When we see ourselves personalizing and we own it. Can't change it if you don't own it. If you're not aware of it. If you don't see incoming. It's hard to dodge a bomb. We now have radar systems allow us to do that. We're building them in with our program here. Not owning things can end relationships. Owning things can deepen relationships. That's intimacy. Owning things. Humans, listen, humans have spilled soup for eternity. Those dinners that we go to, we've been spilling soup forever, all of us. All of us have spilled soup for eternity. Generations have made excuses. Generations have blamed the earth. Generations have blamed other people. Generations have done all of this other stuff. Whenever the soup was spilled, if you want to save the world, when you spill the soup, all you have to do is say, I'm sorry, I spilled the soup. Own it. Deepen the relationship. Certainly you're deepening the one you have with yourself. Let me set this up here. That's beautiful. We all spill soup. It's not personal. When I was at your house at that dinner, I didn't do it on your house on purpose. It was a mistake. It was an accident. It was something I did. You know what I could have done? Blame everybody else. The soup, it was too hot. Man, I'm really sorry I spilled the soup. Can I clean this up? Who's going to invite that guy back? Who's going to invite the guy back that's like makes a big, like everyone else in it? She bumped my arm, and if it did, I wouldn't have happened if it wasn't lousy soup. And that guy isn't coming back to my house. See what I'm talking about? I didn't pick on my meatball and I didn't say it. Streety, you still have a chance to go back. Oh, you can still go back and tell them, hey, man, I think it hit every bit of that vegetarian. Let's go get a Greek salad. Love you guys. Thanks for listening to me this morning. Let's do a giveaway. 1 through 50, go. Give me 3 numbers, 1 through 50. Let's do a giveaway. 3 numbers, 1 through 50. Go, go, go. I didn't mean for today to go so long, but I love the soup message. I love it. It's so easy to just say, I'm sorry, I spilled the soup. Who's going to blame the guy? All right. What's the numbers? I'm looking here. Rahi, tell me where you live before we go any further. Rahi, where do you live? Rahe. Rahi, do you live in the United States? Very quickly, let me know. Does Rahi live in the United States? Does Rahi live in the United States? Good job. Rahi, you're the winner. Rahi won with the number 36. Congratulations, and I'm glad that you do live in the United States. Rahi, 36. And yeah, buddy, that was a 36. Congratulations, Rahi. Fantastic. And Herbie's asking, are you 18 or over? We're gonna go with yes, that he's 18 or over. Okay? Rahi, I'm gonna ask you to go ahead and pick a number not pick between. Here, Rahi, here we go. You're gonna get number 1. He's 22, that works out perfect. Good job, Rahi. Number 1, number 2, or number 3? Which of these boxes would you like, Rahi? 1, 2, or 3? You let us know, and we're going to open up the box that you say. We're not even going to play games. We're just going to go straight to the box that you say. I know, doesn't Herbie do a good job? He's saying box number 2. So we're going straight with box number 2 with a little bit of advertisement in the background, okay? Number 2. Oh my goodness, Rahi, we're going to be sending you a pizza. Rahi's getting pizza, you guys. What do you think? Rahi's going to get some pizza. Good job, Rahi. Okay? Rahi's getting pizza. Now, just to make it a happy meal, we're going to go ahead and we're going to add a Pops 10 pack. Okay? We don't want anyone to go away without. What was in box number 3? Well, that would have been 5 grams of the best. Okay? They almost look alike. They're really close to looking alike. But next time, Rahi, this time. Okay? I feel bad sending zonkies half zonks, but I have to do it. If I didn't do it, it wouldn't really be a fun game. Am I right? Shroom toppings on top of the mushroom, on top of the pizza. Good call. Okay? So, pizza gummy. Where are these things coming from? And don't worry, I'm not going to keep doing this. It's just for the next day or two. Okay? It's just for the next day or two that we're going to do this. But in the meantime, we still feel like we're getting some prizes out. Okay? Tomorrow morning, that guy gets raffled off. There's other stuff that's going to be given away tomorrow and the rest of this week. Okay? Rahi and Kilo, send me your information at the DetroitMushLab.net. Go to the site, go to the bottom of the site. There's a place you can email me. I need your address so I can send these boxes off to you guys, please. Thank you guys for being here today. Gosh, the show's been running long. I apologize if they have been for some. I feel like we just get started and we have to leave. Okay? Go have a beautiful, wonderful day. I'll see you guys here tomorrow. Practice the 4 agreements and be working on your Risamoto program. Okay? Don't take anything personal and don't project. Have a great day, Woody K and Billy D. The Price is Wrong. And Chano de Mano. And yeah, let's see. Jesus Christ on a let's see. Hold on one second. I want to see something. Just while I was doing that. Okay, I can see what's happening. Okay, I can see what's happening. Yeah, tomorrow we're going to be talking about moderators a little bit. I think it's going to be easy to do. Nerdy, Sadder, Whiskey, David, Jonathan K. I wish, right? Marky Z, WAP. Michael Brown, had a great day. Deborah Pearl, you are a Pearl. Brian Clancy and City and Pilar and Chano. Chano, the 4 Agreements are a book by Don Ruiz. We'll show you again tomorrow. Please come back. Jimmy Max, Sandy, Niffy, Crystal Watson, Hags. Have a great day. Put them on everything. Billy D, Satterwolf, Wetsy Smoke, Michael Allen, Pilar, Mushy. There's my guy. Cleany and Mellow and JC, Sandy, Jolie, Tiffany, and Laura. Laura's divine. Woody K, Tree Stumpy. So close, Stumpy. Chano, Michael, Mike Buddy Ball, Satter, Sandy, Leo de Leon, SSW Bud, have a great day. David Umana, nice to see him. Cat Meowzilla, Nerdy Kyle, it's out today. I'll send you tracking. Vegas and Melissa G, Jonathan K, Cleany, Mike, Whiskey, everybody loves Whiskey. Mark, Jesus Christ, Mushy. That's not that far away, Mush. Jesus Christ, Marky Z, Herbs, you've been doing a great job. Great job for us. You're impeccable. Thank you, Herbs. Chano and David and Satter and God is Real and Leo and Tiffany, have a great day. And Michael, Sean T, Pidgey Page, Daryl and JC and Jimmy all the way to the max. Rahi, get me that info. Melissa G and Jesus Christ and Daryl and Daryl again and Pilar and Tiffany and friend from the convenience. Friend, I feel very convenient right now. Daryl, Kilo G. Well, it will. You'll figure it out. Trust me. Everybody's done it. Pops, peace, love. Have a wonderful day. See you guys here tomorrow.